Clutch VR is a simulator that aims to teach you the basics of driving in the safe environment of virtual reality. Developer Jonathan Gerber has just released a short demo of the driving simulator, and we decided to take it for a quick spin to see how things are shaping up. When you first load the game, you are put into the seat of the Unity car model. This is quite a nice model of a generic sports car, however it's not at the same level of detail as say cars from Assetto Corsa. On the screen in front of you is a simple text display that alerts you to your next driving task. All the tasks in this demo mostly consist of accelerating, braking and turning around corners, as this is the very first stage in the simulator, but the option screen has further stages like parking, interstate driving, poor weather conditions and road hazards, all teasing what is to come in the final product. When you drive your vehicle, you will see rotating clock icons hanging in space, and you'll need to drive through them to complete your task and update your text readout with the next instruction. If you miss your target, you will have to reverse and try again. The environment you drive through is very basic but functional, as it consists of mostly trees and some large city office blocks. It's not very inspiring to look at, but it serves its purpose for this first early demo release. Clutch VR pertains to be a cutting-edge simulator that can change the way people learn how to drive, but it has a couple of flaws that hold it back in my mind. The first of which is the use of a supercar for the simulator. The car takes off like a rocket and it stops just as fast. Now, I remember learning to drive in a 10-year-old Ford Fiesta, and it struggled to get above 50 with my foot to the floor. So most people learning to drive would learn the basics of driving in a low-powered small car instead of a performance car like a Bugatti Veyron. To drive carefully in Clutch VR, you would never go above second gear, as doing so would mean that you were speeding at 100 miles an hour through the streets and you would have no hope of making that next turn. Another issue with the demo is the lack of other vehicles on the road. I know that this is likely something planned for in a future update, but it's really noticeable, as you can cut corners or even drive on the wrong side of the road without any consequences. Another issue with the demo is the lack of scoring once you have completed the short circuit. I was expecting a report with reaction times, acceleration and braking scores and marks for reckless driving, but the demo just allowed me to drive around the city some more. Clutch VR is a great idea, but this demo feels like it needs tinkering and an everyday car to practice everyday driving in. I did get a real sense of nostalgia for the 80s version of Test Drive on the Amiga when playing Clutch VR, but from the moment I started playing it, I couldn't stop comparing it to Euro Truck Simulator 2, which is a very realistic driving simulator in its own right just for trucks. If Clutch VR can replicate the realistic world of Euro Truck, then it will certainly be a benefit for any would-be driver, but in its current state it has a long road ahead. Clutch VR is currently on Kickstarter seeking funding for further development, and we will put a link in the description below. If you enjoyed this review, please remember to hit that subscribe button.